Hello and welcome to the William Hill Cox Plate Carnival update. My name's Alistair Dwyer, he's Ben Spall. Ben, welcome. Today is all about the William Hill Manikato Stakes. And noms aren't out just yet, but the field's coming together nicely.
Yeah, and why wouldn't it be? Richest race under lights here in Australia, and gee, it's provided some memorable finishes in the past, none more so than the Lankan Rupee finish from a couple of years ago with that blanket finish across the track. And one horse in particular, last year's winner in fact, makes it pretty exciting this year.
Yeah, you can see him right behind us, the mighty Chautauqua. Geez, here's a replay of him on the turn last year. He's looked cooked for all money. He buffets his way through here in a second, and whoosh guards. History is all over.
Yeah, there would have been a few nervous putters, but only good horses can do that, and he's a really good horse, and can't wait to have him back.
Never forget Tommy Berry there saluting the skies. What a memorable moment that was. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, it came out that the Japan Racing Club offered him a privately chauffeured first-class ticket over there. It was great news for the racing public that Rupert Lee and the owners of Chautauqua knocked that back. He's going to be first up in the Moya, and then he's going to come to the Manikato to defend his crown, which is great news.
Yeah, we get two looks at Chautauqua over the Spring Carnival. Fancy Japan trying to buy our hero, but can't wait to have him back. And $2.50 looks an exceptional price this far out.
Well, it does. So let's get up the William Hill Manikato Stakes mark, and you can see $2.50 there for Chautauqua. Obviously, next in line there, Holler, a Valley favourite. He loves the Valley, doesn't he?
He races really well here. He won the Australia Stakes at the start of this year, and if we go back to Cox Plate Day last year, he actually won the Red Anchor Stakes and did so by about 4.5 lengths. He was the biggest winner of the 2 days. He beat a horse called Brockhoff, who goes quite well. Pretty underrated, Holler, and he nearly got away with the William Reid.
He was slightly disappointing, obviously, in the Diamond Jubilee Stakes at Royal Ascot, but hopefully I'm sure he'll come back fitter and better than ever. Japanisma is also $5, as you can see. Could the Chris Waller stable do the double with Winks the next day?
Yeah, ended up winning the Group 2 Arrowfield at the end of his autumn campaign, but gee, it could have been a big autumn. He was beaten by less than a head in both the Lightning and the William Reid. Almost beat Chautauqua, so it was a nostril away from being a really big spring for autumn for Japanisme, and tried last week and looking forward to seeing him back.
Now, the punter's favourite, I say that with a bit of tongue-in-cheek, Under the Louvre, $8. He finally broke the drought after 12 months out of the winner's circle, and I think Robert Smurden was pretty pleased with how he's going.
Would have been a relief for a few in the Stradbroke, I would have thought. Had a soft trial at Cranbourne recently, and he's going to kick off at Caulfield on August 27 in the Heath Stakes.
Now, the mighty Buffering, $10 currently. The word out of Queensland and the Rob Heathcote stable is that he's in very good order. Rob's put it on the record that if the buff comes back and he's not right, he'll be immediately retired. But fingers crossed he's here to win a 4th Moya and come back from Manikato.
So he's going to have that same campaign as Chautauqua. Moya first up, into the Manikato second up. Of course, he did win the Manikato. He beat that gun Hong Kong sprinter in Lucky 9, who I backed in a really tight photo. Got the job done. That was his first Group 1. It was an elusive Group 1 as well for Buffering. Looking forward to seeing him back this spring.
There'll be plenty of quarterback fans out there. $11 you're getting at the moment. Obviously broke through with Robbie Griffith's first Group 1 win last year. And he flashed home after missing the start. I think it was in the William Reid.
Gee, he was unlucky, wasn't he? Absolutely bombed the start and flew home. He actually beat Chautauqua, and he's the last horse to do so. So something pretty handy to have on your CV, I would have thought.
Supedo is also at $11. The Mick Kent untapped 4-year-old. Geez, I'm a big fan of this horse, but the jury's out for you a little bit.
Yeah, just like to see him do it at the elite level. He's just had the one run at Group 1 company. Don't get me wrong, his runs in restricted grade have been excellent. He's going to come back a lot stronger this campaign. So going to keep a close eye on Supedo.
Lucky Hustler at $11. Loves the Valley, obviously won the William Reid. Malaguera, $13. Geez, wasn't he the horse of spring? Obviously, the owner wasn't too happy that Freedy wasn't taking his calls. Geez, Freedy takes our calls, so he must be doing something right.
Yeah, he won 2 races over the Melbourne Cup Carnival last year, which is worth noting. Not many horses do that, and did win the Group 1 BTC Cup at the end of last campaign, so worth keeping an eye on Malaguera.
I'm sure the Galagotis brothers have him cherry ripe. This one's a big one for me. Capitalist, $13. If we can get him here, he's obviously won the Golden Slipper and the Magic Millions last season. Geez, it would be a real coup.
Been trialling up really nicely as well. Always just interested to see how the 2-year-olds come back as 3-year-olds and go into the Open Company. So he's certainly the watch horse, but his Golden Slipper win and his Magic Millions win were really impressive.
And obviously Flamberge there at $17. He won the William Reid, the Fairy Tale for Peter Moody. Geez, he loves the Valley as well. So it's going to be a great field.
Yeah, it was a perfect send-off for Peter Moody with Flamberge. And like you said, put them all together and it comes up as one cracking Manikato Stakes.
Well, tickets are now available for the William Hill Manikato Stakes Night at coxplate.com.au, and make sure you follow us on Twitter at coxplate. Bye for now.